So we're sitting here in traffic trying to get to the camp, and it is absolutely nutty outside. Look at this. It is full-on whiteout conditions out here. I don't know if we're gonna make it to the trailhead today. So there's these guys with all of their military rucks, and here's me with my friggin' Osprey pack. One of these kids is not like the other.
Liability pack.
Hey, it's a very well-made pack, okay?
Yeah, see, that's the trouble with this one.
And what was the other one on the back there? Don't come, you'll just die. Oh man, this road brings back memories. Last time I did this particular trip, I was very unfit. Couldn't hike 2 kilometers, let alone 10. Hadn't smartened up to winter camping do's and don'ts yet. And here we are a couple years later. Okay, so I didn't want to film it because I didn't want to get the poor guy on camera. But what was he driving? It was like a 2-wheel drive.
Honda Accord.
Honda Accord. We're in like the backcountry on some, I wouldn't even call it a road. That's a very generous descriptor.
Snowmobile truck.
2-wheel drive, not even 4-wheel drive. And he had it bottomed out on this little pile right here. So it took the 3 of us and him to get his poor car unstuck. It just took us like 20 minutes. So
he's lucky we came along.
Oh, there's rubber on the sticks.
oh yeah. That's his tire.
You put these under his tires?
Look at that. Okay guys, we still got a long way to go. Let's go.
Yeah. So we are post-holing through this nastiness. It's literally not deep. Whoa! Oh, I fell on my butt. I fell on my ass. Too busy talking to the camera, not paying attention to what I'm doing. Okay, well, we found home for the next 2 nights. Kind of in this little, what do you call this? A ravine? Gully. Check to make sure there's no slush underneath. Seems to be good. Oh, there's no way we were doing 10 kilometers in those conditions, man. Snow's up past the knees with every step. I didn't have snowshoes to bring on this trip. I gotta figure out where I'm gonna set up shop for the night. So I guess the plan is to just set up by the fire tonight with Tell. He cordially invited me to sleep with him by the fire. Okay. Oh, that's not riding on my friggin' hip anymore. The seam of my pants was right where the hip belt was sitting, and now it's starting to hurt real bad. There we go.
Not the greatest firewood, but good for starting a fire.
Whoa! Oh. That needs to stop happening. Oh. Huh. Marty's got the fire going. That's gonna feel real nice when that gets going. There, it took us a hot minute, but we got the fire started. Bam! People hating on the Baco. Yeah! We did it! One thing I started doing when I go camping is I actually take my wedding ring off and put that in my wallet because it's loose on my finger and I've had a close call with it. I really don't want to lose it, so that's going in the wallet. There, now it's safe for the weekend. I really should have it resized so it sits a little better. And you guys will like this. After my last trip where I melted the crap out of my gloves, I used some duct tape to do some rocket surgery to them. Because these are expensive gloves. They're like 65 bucks and they're super light. You know, a little duct tape saves the insulation from falling out and keeps them around for a little bit longer.
Instant borscht. No, these are Nestle Poland. Made in Warsaw. They're not actually Russian.
Today I learned. Speaking of food. It's hard to do this with one hand holding the GoPro. Can't tell for all the steam. I got some delicious noodles in there. Oh yeah. That'll warm me up and hydrate me a bit. Oh. Alright. Got myself nice cup of noodles with extra broth. Oh, made with snow water. Oh, it's the most delicious, really salty noodles I've ever had. All right, first hot meal in. I feel better. It's a wee bit frosty tonight. Yeah, we're gonna have some wacky temperatures. It's supposed to go down to minus 17 degrees Celsius tonight, and then it jumps up to like 0 degrees Celsius tomorrow. And then I think Monday when we hike out, I think it's supposed to be like 4 degrees. Unfold this bad boy. All right, so it is, I guess, what, 7:30, something like that right now. Oh.
These like shutters?
Hey, I got some of those. They sell those at the dollar store. That's where I got them. I like how everyone converges on basically the same food. Okay. Okay. Oh. Yeah, it's just pretty wet. It's amazing how much a dry change of clothes can make a difference, man. I don't know how well you can see it, but this is where Mr. Mike is going to set up for the night. I got my wool blanket over there already. Oh, sleeping bag. And this inner liner that I got from Sea to Summit. This thing is amazing. I love it. It says it adds up to 15 degrees, and the few times I've used it so far, I believe it. As long as the wind f***s off, I think we'll be good. First, I'm going to get my sleeping bag out of the stuff sack. There we go. Beat some loft into this thing. Slowly but surely. Get myself worked in here. So many layers. It's a very technical process. If all goes well, it'll work. If I can make it through this night, we're golden. Because it is not going to be anywhere close to this cold tomorrow. Okay, anyways. I'm gonna finish getting myself set up in here. Call it a night. And I'll catch up with you guys first thing in the morning, I promise. Good morning. I managed to make it through the night. I don't know if it's warmer this morning than it was last night, but it certainly feels like it. Alright. Let's get de-layered out of my sleeping bag here. Like a Russian nesting doll. Layer 1, layer 2, water that I was trying to thaw. Layer 3. Alright. Freed from the shackles of my sleeping bag. Now to drag this thing back to camp. Actually, maybe I'll try and break it in two first. Get these down to camp. And what a clear temperature difference this morning. I'll walk around without any of my jackets done up compared to last night where I was friggin' struggling underneath the wool blanket on top of all my other layers. Hey, I'll take this. I think this is a clear sign that it is supposed to warm up today. Maybe warm tonight. Oh, leftover tea from yesterday. Gotta melt that out before I can put anything else in there. I'm gonna put you right there. I need some water and I need some food. And all my water's frozen. I boil some snow. Being winter time with snow on the ground means that you have access to drinking water and cooking water anywhere. Well, sometimes you have to deal with this. There's a thin layer of like silt and stuff on top. So brush that away. And it's at least a little bit cleaner. I take my pot like this and just scoop snow into my pot. This is my 3-liter titanium cooking water pot that I got specifically for winter camping. So see how I'm packing the snow down? Even though I'm doing that, this is going to amount to less than a third of this pot's worth of water. Which is fine, I only want it for tea. Yeah, it's so warm right now. I'm right down to just my fleece jacket. Boop. And now we play the waiting game. Little old peppermint tea to start the morning, I think. Oh. Freshly boiled snow water. Boop. Ah. Much needed. So what do you think of our trip so far?
I think we're doing pretty good.
If it stays like the current temperature, I'm going to be a very happy boy.
We'll be cruising from here. What was the report for snow? Do you remember?
It kept changing the entire week leading up to it. We may get some today. Having fun out here. Not as miserable as I thought I'd be. Really looking forward to getting home tomorrow because I've got my new PS5 that I don't have any games for. Well, didn't. And a brand new unopened copy of Horizon Forbidden West. The duct tape liner grows. The more I use these gloves, the more holes I get, the more duct tape I gotta put on to fix them. Eventually, they're just gonna be all duct tape. I actually haven't had anything to eat yet today, so what is Mr. Mike gonna have? I saw some honey garlic noodles in here. The package is, oh wow, the package is really beat up. I think it's been in my camping food pile for a while. It's disintegrating.
Fine.
Oh yeah. Coffee with hot chocolate. Oh, always a good combination.
Most of his life in Greece because his family fled. Espresso cups, and he's like, what is this, a break? And I'm like, here's your espresso. He goes, oh, thanks. And he walks
That's
over.
Food. Well, unfortunately, my cooking oil is frozen. I'm gonna demolish this. So I was searching around for a place to do a number 2. I found this thing. I don't know what it is. It's cemented in there pretty hard in the snow. I don't want to screw around with it too much because I don't know what's underneath. And better not take any chances. Yeah, it's weird. So that's what we were hearing all night. Last night, one of the straps on my sleeping bag's stuff sack broke off. I gotta fix that, do a field repair. Got some fishing line and some needle. That should be all it needs. Because I need to cinch this down as tight as it'll get. I'll do that while it's still warm and I don't need to have gloves on. Take this little threaded arrangement here.
I want the crossed axe and kukri that you came with sign.
All right, so not the best repair job, but it should hold. We taking bets on if this is gonna rip apart the moment I try and cinch it down tomorrow? I guess we'll find out if it rips off when I gotta cinch it down to stuff in my bag tomorrow. Don't know what I'm gonna do if it doesn't. I guess I might have to carry my sleeping bag out. A lot of winter camping is just preparing firewood for the campfire and making sure you got enough. There we go. 2 separate pieces. That one must have been a pain to drag. That would have got caught on everything.
Yeah.
So I'm already dragged this random chair frame that I showed you guys earlier. And I was rigging up what looks like a simple seat with some paracord. This is the reality of winter camp. Other than collecting firewood, kind of just sitting around, eating food, trying to stay hydrated, playing with paracord, trying to stay dry. Oh, which is even harder on days like today where it's warm enough where the snow is actually changing from like powdery to packable snow. How's your paracord seat treating you?
It's comfy. Actually pretty good.
So here's what the completed paracord chair looks like. Pretty simple, straightforward. But that's the gist of it, right? No need to overcomplicate things if something simple works.
Edge to the long edge with the other piece that's left. I'm not sure how big of a tarp will do it yet, so I don't know if it'll work anymore because before I had enough eBay. Yeah. I just ordered
Shored up my sleeping area. It's a lot wider now. So it is the end of night 2. Went by a lot faster than I was expecting. Not as much suffering on my part as I would have figured. Any thoughts?
No, tonight should be easy. We made it through last night.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot warmer.
That could work.
lay it out and lay down. Let's see how it goes.
certainly level.
All right, so all posted up next to the fire. Time for me to clamber on in there. All set up in bed, ready for tonight. It is a world of difference from last night, man. It is actually, I think it's above 0 degrees right now. So a 17-degree difference, maybe more, between tonight and last night. Snow is changing into packing snow. Got my ground sheet set up sort of up against this embankment here, so that if it does start melting overnight, that it's sort of running underneath my ground sheet. I hope I don't wake up floating in soup, because that would suck really bad. We'll see. And just in case it starts snowing in the middle of the night, I've got my rain poncho there that I'm gonna unclip into the full square and drape over top of me to kind of create like a makeshift bivvy. Because if it does snow, it's going to be a really, really wet snow. All right, I'm going to try and get some sleep and make sure I'm as well rested for that trek out of here tomorrow as possible. Oh, morning. First light as promised. I gotta get up and start packing everything up. Oh, I had a really good night's sleep last night. Oh, it was fantastic. So the temperature dropped a bit last night. I'd say it's definitely a few degrees into the negative right now. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be the one that takes the longest to pack up, so I got to get started. Also got to get the fire on the go. So I think while I'm up here, I might actually collect some of these little twigs and get the fire started. In winter, this is always the fun part, trying to get things back in their friggin' stuff sacks. There we go. Perfect is the enemy of good enough. So here's that field repair of the stuff sack strap yesterday. I'm testing it out now. Oh, fortunately that's not my stitch that's breaking, it's part of the damage that was already happening to the previous crappy stitching. As long as it holds long enough to get it in the pack, I'm good. Oh yeah, see? It's ripping right there. Alright, so as you can see, we're all packed up and hike out of here. It is very warm today. I don't even need to have my jacket on. And I'm gonna warm up even more once we're actually out hiking. So that's it for this one. Looks like I actually got some footage of this trip, so maybe the winter camping trip curse is broken. Alright, you guys know the drill. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.